Because the problem of the world is death. Death that produced darkness. And there was nowhere on earth that life could be found. But for the first time, life was packaged in a man. And the man was walking the earth. When the devil saw him, the devil said, all we need to do is to kill him. When we kill him, it's over. But the wisdom of God now went to work. Because mercy has worked, love has worked, wrath has worked. Now wisdom is about to go to work. And when the devil came to attack him, he didn't know by killing him, he was going to release him. Because if the princes of this world had known, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Because when Jesus was walking on the earth, life was in one man. When you kill him, you puncture him. And when you puncture him, the Holy Ghost begins to distribute life. Anybody that believes, life enters that person. Death is removed. If the devil knew, he would have let him alone. So killing him was a strategy of releasing life. Killing him was a divine strategy of releasing life. And so when the devil planned it, God allowed him. And Jesus was nailed on the cross. He was naked. They thought they had humiliated him. But they didn't know that the battle was going to be fought from the cross. Because the Bible said in Colossians chapter 2 verse 14, it said, having spoiled principalities and powers, he made a public show of them, triumphing over them by the cross. You came to me on the mountain of temptation. You told us to fight. That's not the arena to fight. God does not fight like men fight. God is not going to fight you with muscles. God will fight you by a wisdom superior to you. And the way God will fight you is that when you want to kill him, he will surrender. In killing him, he will defeat you. And so he spoiled principalities and powers, and he made a public show of the devil, triumphing over him by the cross. The moment that happened, all the demons of hell now said, let's gather and keep him in hell. But 3 days later, the Bible said, if that same spirit that raised up Jesus from the dead, something happened, the Holy Ghost entered the grave. And when the Holy Ghost entered the grave, the Holy Ghost entered Jesus. You can't kill him. No, you won't kill God. He said, this commandment have I received from my Father. I have the power to lay down my life and to take it up again. You were not killing me. I was laying down. Now the job is done. And he resurrected. The question is, why did God do that? God did not need to prove himself. He is God all by himself. He created all things. You and I were created by him. All spirits were created by him. He didn't die to prove a point. He didn't rise from the dead to prove a point. But there was something he needed to do. If he doesn't rise from the dead, you can't receive life.
The apostle has spoken. What can a pastor now say?